Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about the entire crypto market. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And as always guys, I told you guys to pay attention to the 25th. Today is of course the 25th, and check out Bitcoin. We are breaking above significant levels at around 44K. We are currently up about 1.16%, which is nothing too crazy. The overall crypto market sitting at around almost $2 trillion still. Most altcoins kind of bleeding out a little bit, which is totally expected. We're actually going to be addressing it. We did see Q&T breaking out a little bit today. We're going to be addressing a lot of the market here shortly, but for the most part, things are looking very interesting. Now, of course, I warn you guys. I've been warning you guys for a very long time to make sure that you are preparing yourselves. I am going to be updating my entire website, NCashOfficial.com, with my improved and updated exit plans. For those individuals that do want to go check it out, you guys are more than welcome to go to the website. I will be uploading a lot more content to it today into tomorrow. So make sure you are paying attention to that. Now, I did tweet this out saying Bitcoin season to altcoin season. Now, a lot of individuals think that Bitcoin has seen its top. I actually don't believe that Bitcoin has topped out yet. I've expressed my viewpoints on that, of course, and I've talked to you guys about this entire crypto market as a whole. When we are talking about alt season, though, right now, I told you guys, here's the path to alt season. Phase 1. Bitcoin, flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing prices to surge. We actually seen this overall, except it wasn't a full-blown alt season. We've seen alts, really starting to fly when Bitcoin was at its all-time high, but for the most part, we didn't see a major alt season. But we did see some pretty good gains on some altcoins like Solana, Cardano. Even XRP did do some significant gains at around almost $2. But we haven't really seen a major influx in terms of, altcoins fully. So, I would say right now, watch this chart, specifically, or I should say this path specifically, because this is when a lot of your altcoins will run during that last 10% of the market. And it's basically almost all coins, for the most part, that do have, like, for example, strong fundamentals that are utility gems. Now, also, I want you all to make sure that if you guys don't know yet, here is why we are watching Bitcoin dominance. So we do see Bitcoin dominance increases, Bitcoin, itself increases, alts start to decrease. And what is happening with Bitcoin dominance right now? Well, check it out. Bitcoin dominance is going on a little bit of a tear. I don't believe that this is going to be a sustainable move. I think that we will most likely hit resistance and continue downward, having alts to, a little bit of a free day, if you will, to continue their nice moves, but for the most part, this is not alt season yet. Again, here is alt season down here. Bitcoin dominance is decreasing while Bitcoin itself is increasing, and of course, alts are increasing fast, which is of course alt season. Now, I want to warn you guys ahead of time that alt season moves extremely quick. Alts will start to have their massive moves very, very fast. It won't be, it will be over the span of a few days, but for the most part, it will be a very quick move. I've always addressed this even in terms of like XRP. A lot of people will continue to hold thinking that it is going higher. Of course, that's why I always say prepare your exit plans, because things do move rapidly. I mean, think about it like this. This was a little bit under 1 month in terms of a time span, where XRP went from 25 cents all the way to $3 and almost 84 cents on some exchanges. On CoinMarketCap, it's showing about $3.40. So think about how fast that actually is in terms of gains. A lot of the money does start to flow in very rapidly, and emotions do get the best of some individuals. So please, I want to say it right now, prepare yourselves for those days. Now, in terms of Bitcoin dominance, yes, I do believe that this pump will most likely lead to yet another drop. We will most likely sweep some major demand zone, that demand zone being, of course, down at around like 40%. We also do have the 2017-2018 all-time low here at about 35.41%. For the most part, I do believe that Bitcoin is going to continue this nice price move. Also on the chart, I do have that 62-day consolidation labeled on the chart, as well as March 25th in terms of this horizontal line, because this is, of course, the day that we have been waiting for. And you do see us hitting that same resistance point. That was the major resistance point around March 2nd. Also, even going back to February, I want you guys to all pay attention to this point because this is a significant area to really kind of break over. And we've seen a rejection off of this going back as far as like September as well. I want you guys to know that if we do not break over this, we will see a correction. That correction will most likely be around let me actually get rid of some of these on the board. So there we go. This correction will most likely lead us down to possibly the 786, which is at around 40.6K before we have that nice upward surge. Also, just so you guys know, let me re-add that fib level to the chart. This is where my topping points on Bitcoin come from. So again, I've always told you guys my topping points in terms of the conservative range and even the all-time range. More so, these are the higher time frame targets that I do want to see, which is like around 120 to 140K. Could we go much higher? 100%. We can go to the 4618, which is at almost $200,000 exact. And if FOMO does continue on, we could hit some higher numbers. I just don't think that there's going to be enough capital to flow in to push Bitcoin that high. Of course, I could be wrong easily, but we have to remember that there needs to be a lot of buy pressure in. I know it doesn't need to be as much money as the market cap will be, but we still need a large amount of money. Now, also, I want you guys to pay attention to the dollar. I've been watching the dollar closely as we are kind of, tightening the leash right now on the dollar. We are still awaiting to see what is going to happen here at massive resistance. Are we about to break up above it? It looks like it's a slow sort of grind to the top. We are seeing a crossing point on the moving average with the RSI. The last few times that we have seen this, we have seen nice movement, but it's been kind of, dwindled and sort of a slow bleed process, similar to what we've seen back here. We can actually kind of do a bars graph just to kind of see what would essentially happen if we did have this slow bleed. This would probably bring us down to our significant levels, more so, again, at around this 96 zone, almost support zone at around like 96.5. Of course, that's just the bars graph, so I'm not going to, go off of that alone. I just want to see the 618 being broken here. Similar to the 618, I've told you guys about the major, indices in the 618 that they also do need to break. But I'm watching, the indices, I'm watching the dollar closely, but also all while I'm watching this, I am watching dominance and Bitcoin itself. A lot of individuals also have been watching things like this, but we also see a lot of things happening within, of course, Bitcoin. Shout out to Credible Crypto for this tweet, but he is talking more so about the price action on Bitcoin, sort of comparing and contrasting it to the $3,000 level that we did hit back in like 2020. If you guys did miss that time frame, I could actually kind of show you guys that on the chart real quick. Let me zoom in, and let's go back to 2020. So here we have it. So here is the $3,000 level being really kind of target down here. I know it is a little bit different on the Coinbase chart, but of course this was a nice massive influx in price. I mean, this rose all the way to like roughly $42,000, or almost it's over a little bit of a 10x opportunity there on Bitcoin. But similar structure is in play currently, I do believe, as well. You guys can kind of compare and contrast the overall price analysis here. So here is those $3,000 levels. Like I said, on different, exchanges, prices are a little bit different, but this is off of the BitMEX price chart. We do see us down here at about like 33.50, having that nice upward momentum in terms of price action, which led us to, of course, the $42,000 plus range. And of course, you guys do see the current price action as well. We have been in the slow upward trend. I've been telling you guys about that for a fairly long time, where we do have this, sort of one followed by, followed by this another two, and then another sort of three here. And now we are currently at around this like 4 mark up here in terms of the upward trends that we have been following. It is pretty significant, and if we do kind of range on here, that will be a pretty interesting time frame. And also, pretty much, I would say, in terms of price action, this could lead us to some high figure targets if we could break out of the all-time high. More so, the next major target point from there would be 91K, and then after that, it is 120 plus K. So, I am watching Bitcoin's price action closely, as well as the dominance levels. In fact, Credible Crypto actually has the Bitcoin dominance scale over here. He is saying, alts may perk up a bit in the short term, but if/when Bitcoin hits that green zone, make way for the king. And this is showing this, nice little correction down to that 40% mark. That is that demand zone that I just mentioned to you guys on the dominance level, or on the scale, sorry. This will prop it up to almost 50+%, more so at around like 47%, which has been a similar range that I've had on the chart. But I'm looking at like around 45%. So something, testing this major demand, bouncing up to like 45+%, possibly even topping out at resistance up here at about like 47.43%. Either way, that will allow Bitcoin to have that Bitcoin season that we have been talking about, which will follow with massive alt season coming in from dominance ranging all the way down to like 30+%. So like I said, pay attention closely to Bitcoin dominance, pay attention closely to Bitcoin, and pay attention to the macro time frame factors, like, of course, the dollar, the indices, things like that. Now, of course, a lot of altcoins, including XRP, XLM, QNT, and even Hbar, so these are going to be the main four that I'm going to be addressing. They are having a little bit of a slow bleed process, similar to because, Bitcoin dominance is increasing while Bitcoin's price is increasing, which means a lot more money is actually flowing out of alts and into Bitcoin, as we expect Bitcoin to go on a massive tear. But we do see us kind of testing the waters at around the 10 EMA on XRP, diminished volume a little bit, RSI kind of touching again to have that nice little bit of a possible touch and bounce, but most likely we will have a strong impulse that will bring us down to test some significant support. Where will that support level be? Most likely around the 75, almost 76 cent level before our next major impulse. Similar to XLM, XLM is in a similar structure. Again, major support zone here to be tested would be at around like almost 20 cents. Of course, it's not expected or, guaranteed, but I'm just saying, when we are talking about Bitcoin going on this last major tear, it will, significantly rise in dominance over the market, and that's when we will see a lot of alts kind of take a little bit of a nosedive. Similar to even QNT. QNT had an incredible day, some incredible listings and stuff like that. I will be addressing it and talking about it more so on today's video on QNT. But we do see us kind of ranging on the support level, hitting some resistance. That resistance level is at $1.30 or $1.40. I don't know why I'm saying $148, which is the level going as far back as, going back to like July. We need to really kind of break out of this level before we do see some nice higher frame targets. But I will say this, we are very close to my target points. I am waiting for this closely for us to actually break over all EMAs and flip extremely bullish. And last but not least, of course, Hbar. Don't worry, I did not forget about her. We are seeing some nice volume. RSI looking pretty strong here. Again, we are hitting resistance at around that 50-day EMA. Hbar itself, in terms of its Bitcoin chart, is still in a little bit of a bearish momentum, sort of downward trend. This does not look good, I will say right now, when we are talking about the USD pair. A lot of these assets can correct fully if Bitcoin does allow it. And if we are talking about Hbar, we are looking to test the waters yet again down at like around 20 cents. QNT, if we do have that correction, it would be at around $126 to hold the fib level and still be bullish. So with that being said, I hope that kind of clarifies things happening right now in this market. I'm very happy to see that Bitcoin has pretty much played perfectly into the plan. Did I expect this? No, but I figured that if we do follow the same structure of the summer, that we would be back into a bullish state of mind by now, and things are looking pretty good, especially by the end of this month. I think that things are going to rapidly evolve quickly, and even next month, right? Next month is, of course, the tax deadline. I think that a lot of individuals are going to start reinvesting their money into a lot of risk assets. More so, crypto is going to be a target. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.